Well, hello, and welcome to another stream. So today I was thinking of planning a flight from Gatwick to Glasgow, Scotland. Um, and it's very early. Well, since we're playing this live, it's very early in the morning right now. It's in London. It's just it's after 5 a.m. So we'll be flying an Easyjet A320 from London Gatwick to Glasgow Airport. I think total flight time is going to be about an hour and a half. So it'll be relatively quick. I think with the plane setup on this end, might take half an hour. Hey guys, so we've got some few viewers joining the chat now. So hey, Tactical Hobo, hey John Howard, welcome to the stream. The first ones to jump in here. Hey Angel Lawrence. So because the setup of the plane is going to take a little bit, I should probably get going on that as soon as I can. As you can see, it's super early in the morning. It's still dark. We just pan around. So this is Gatwick. There's a few players. I have all the other players showing online, so we may run into some traffic. But this is the Gatwick Airport model. It's a little bit generic. I think Heathrow's the one that has all the detail, and we are in this Easyjet plane down here, which might be a little bit dark for you guys. Let me see if I can brighten that up. How about that? Boost it a little bit. Oh, no. Up the contrast of it. So I did actually practice this flight yesterday, so this will not be as disaster prone as the previous flights. No promises, because it can go randomly wrong. So I'm just going to jump back into the cockpit here. 1 second. The plane is completely cold and dark. We need to do all the startup. So before we start, parking brake is on. Oops. Yep, parking brake is on. Thing is turned off. Throttle set to 0. We are good for a start. So we'll just basically hit the battery masters. On and on. Battery 1 and 2 is on. And then we'll just get the APU going. And we're not going to use the external power. So with that, the APU is firing up. It's a little mini jet engine in the back, which is where the exhaust comes out of the tail. You can hear it whirring up, spinning up. So in there, let's see, we can turn on the fuel pumps. And turn the beacon on, which I probably should have done. And yep. So let's just double check the checklist here. There's no specific checklists that we need to do right now. I have the Airbus checklist over here. It's in front of me, which I printed out. So before I start checklist, complete prep. navigation, but that's kind of already set in this version of the plane. Set the altimeter 3001. So we are good. I think one thing that you may not have seen before we'll be programming the CDU quickly, and I've kind of done a little bit of homework, so I've actually already figured out what we should be doing today, so I won't be floundering around quite as much. So actually so we just get that started real quick here. Let's see, I think there's a view for this. Nope. I think it's number 5. Okay. Actually, I can just pop this window out to... there we go. So, here's the CDU. Wonder... Oh, there's brightness. Oh, that controls the screen. What controls the brightness of these buttons? Doesn't matter. So with the startup, the sim is already programmed start and end destination. We just need to type in the flight plan. Cruise altitude, I think we'll do 29,000 feet today. So we just hit a cruise of 290 and cruise temperature there. Cost index, I don't believe this sim actually accepts any numbers. Oh, it does. Okay. Maybe 25 actually. Not that it really matters. Flight number day will be 11:23, and so the flight plan for that will be we're taking off from Gatwick with EGKK using a departure SID, and we'll be, let's say we're taking off from 26 left, say. And this is where the homework came in handy. I already looked up the SIDs and stars for both airports, so the correct one to use for a departure north towards Scotland is one of the Lambourne ones. So we'll be using, I think, Lambourne 6 Mike. Can insert that. And then at the destination, we can do the arrival star of, let's see, we'll be landing on ILS 23, runway 23. And we'll be using, I think, the Rebel 1 Golf. Are we doing the transition at Glasgow? Sure. Oh, no. That was a mistake. We want this one. Insert that. Okay. So that's basically the flight plan is typed in. So what I can show you what we've done today is... see, get the right map screen. Okay. Put you on the wrong screen. Let me just do this once again, real quick. Let's see. I'll show you on the map screen here. So if you keep an eye on the map in the corner, can I do this? Oops! The middle mouse button sticks. Annoying. Okay. So we start at Gatwick, EGKK, which is in the middle of the map screen, up here. Step forward. Make a right turn. And then we make a left turn. And then we go straight north to Lamb, which is Lambourne. Then about an hour later we get to Ribble. And we continue north towards Glasgow on this star. And then we get to Glasgow Airport, where we circle once in a loop and land coming in from the north on ILS runway 23. So the CD is programmed. It's a lot easier if you've done your homework beforehand and looked up the charts instead of just complete guesswork. With that, I think we can try and get the plane loaded up. I mean, or should maybe file that flight plan with clearance. Contact will tune Gatwick clearance. I'm gonna pop this window out. Actually, you won't be able to see it because I don't think we need to see the ATC window constantly, but you're able to hear it. I'm gonna request clearance.
EJU 1123 IFR to Glasgow, ready to copy. EJU 1123 is cleared to Glasgow Airport as filed. Take off runway 26 left climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.475 squawk 3046.
Now, and I'll read that back.
EJU 1123 cleared to Glasgow Airport as filed. Take off runway 26 left climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure on 118.475 squawk 3046.
The game. Oh, hold on a second. Let him finish. So the game wants me to take off and then go straight to 8,000 feet. Now, according to the departure procedures, that's wrong. I mean, there's maximum altitudes I really have to hit on the way up to that. So I don't know if I'm just going to do that or listen to do what the game wants me to do. It will just complain the whole time, though. But we'll figure it out. Hey, Aviation in Los Angeles. I see you there. Hey, Mike. Thanks for coming. With that done, we can. I'm just going to tune to ground and request, like bags and.
Gatwick ground EJU 1123. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Oh, I should have done that beforehand. Let's request bags and catering.
Could you please send the baggage? EJU 1123 baggage is on the way.
And catering.
Ground EJU 1123. Could you please send the catering truck? EJU 1123. The catering truck is on the road.
So here we are. The let's just say the passengers are loading via the gate. Bags are being loaded. We've got the catering truck here. It's now 5:20 a.m. We're hoping for a takeoff by 5:40. It's like super early flight to Glasgow, but I think the sun will be up by the time we get there. while this goes on, I just need to pick up the flight plans. The charts I had printed out. I have to put by me. Oh, sad. I thought I'd printed them out, but actually threw those away because they were old. I didn't print out the new ones. Never mind. I have these in a web browser. KV, yes, it's very early morning. It's 5:20 a.m. London, United Kingdom. So the sun's probably about half an hour from coming up. So as I said, basically. I think 50% fuel on this flight is reasonable. Let's see, the trucks are done, doors are all closed up again. All right. With that, we can request the jetway be disconnected. I think. See if we can see that.
Gatwick ground EJU 112 could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Okay, so jetway is disconnected. Sorry, thanks for pointing that out, Angel Lawrence. Like, I would never have picked that up. That the map screen and set it up to have the mic input. Sorry. I don't know if you can see, but basically, up. This is the chart on the left is departure from Gatwick. The Gatwick Airport is in the bottom left of that chart. So we head in a straight line out west out of London, and then head north up to Lambourne, and then it's a direct route all the way to the north of England, and then we switch to the chart on the right, and it's just that arrival is super easy as well. It's like a direct line into Glasgow Airport, where we circle once and land. So going back to the plane, the jetway's disconnected. Trucks and everything have done their business and left. That's weird. This jetway here isn't even connected to anything. Oh well, you know, it's one of the default airports, so I don't expect it to be very accurate. So that said, we should request, like, essentially pushback. Any more? I don't see any more checklists to do for that, but I think the first altitude might be 4,000 we need to go to. Okay. Okay, I'm going to request pushback.
Requesting pushback. EJU 1123 pushback request accepted.
Okay, so now from here, let's see, the pushback tug is now just getting into position and will get us going. We want the tail to the left, yes. So we'll tell them to steer to the left shortly. Remember, one thing I noticed is that the pushback in this game is super slow. It's one of the they take forever to push you back. It goes at an absolute snail's pace. I don't know if that's something you can control or not. But it's gonna take us 10 minutes just to push us 90 degrees to the right. Got a couple of airport vehicles going there. So because he's, you know, it's very long pushback, really long, we'll basically do engine startup right now. Okay, so we should do the before start checklist here, just in case. Battery switches on. External power. But we're on APUs already. Blah blah blah. APU start. Yes, yes, yes. I'll turn that on in a second. External power. Yes. Fuel pumps already on. Beacons on. Yeah. Checklist complete. So we'll just turn on the APU bleed. You can hear that going. And start the engine. We will turn the engine ignition engine mode selector to ignition. And thrust levels are set to idle, so we're good. So we'll do engine to start. Oh, you don't know if you can really see, it's so dark. We'll hear it. If you can hear engine 2 starting there. Well, I was looking at the wrong side, wasn't I? Oh, I know why. Now we're going faster now. Oh, hilarious. I think I just discovered something. Okay, so engine 2 is good. We'll throw engine 1 in there too. You can hear that awesome hydraulic equalization noise of that about the Airbuses. We actually are taxiing a little faster now. push to the, steer to the left.
Gatwick
Please.
ground EJU 112 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left. EJU 112 your request has been transmitted to the operator.
So, I'm used to GSX. The tug operator tells you to take the parking brake off. And we can, that's good, I think we can stop there.
Gatwick ground EJU 112 requesting the end of pushback. EJU 112 request to end pushback received.
Alright. Wait, not sure which way we are oriented. Confusing. I need to check the map. Which way am I pointing? Yeah, that's right. We want to head out and runway 26 left will be this one. Maybe I should have picked 26 right. Anyway, this is all good. I think I know my way around those taxiways. So both engines started. We can turn the APU bleed off and turn off the APU. There we go. We should be running on our own electrical power now from the engines. And there's no further lights. Let's turn the nav light on, wing light, and the taxi light. Leave the landing lights off until we get to the runway. And the same with the strobe. Everything else does not work. Oh, I see. No, we don't need that. Keep the dome light off. Come on. Alright. What is this crazy bright light shining from? Don't know which light this is. Is it this? No, this is the brightness. I don't know if I have time to find that. Okay. Well, it might be annoying if I don't find where that is. It's not this light. Oh, I know. It's probably not. It's probably from outside the plane. Something. Sometimes there's weird lights that basically penetrate through the aircraft. This is from the scenery. So looking outside, we're all set up. Got the tail lights on, wings, logo light. That's our lovely Easyjet A320 NEO. Let's just do the performance page on quickly. V speeds are set. I think we want a laps 1. Oh. Does that work? Okay. Do a flex temp of 40. You don't really set the takeoff trim. At least I don't think so. Transition altitude 10,000, runway 26. Okay. So I think that's most things set now. We have the V-speed set here. We'll turn on the flight director and the thing, and we'll turn on the auto throttle. Get that all set up. Auto brakes are set, and we'll set flaps 1. Don't know if from the outside you can see the slats extended from the front and the flaps are going down at the back. Takeoff. Alright, I think we're fully configured. Let's request to taxi.
Gatwick ground EJU 112 with Golf ready to taxi IFR. EJU 112 taxi to and hold short of runway 26 left using taxiway Quebec Romeo Quebec Bravo Quebec Kilo Papa November Alpha November Zulu Alpha Alpha November Mike. Contact tower on 124.23 when ready.
I can't remember that. Just acknowledge that.
Taxi to and hold short runway 26 left using taxiway Quebec Romeo Quebec Bravo Quebec Kilo Papa November Alpha November Zulu Alpha Alpha November Mike EJU 112.
It's ridiculous. I really think this time I've remembered everything. I think so. Just gonna one more time on my checklist here. After start checklist, ECAM status checked, pitch trim kind of not really set, rudder trim 0, anti-ice. Maybe we should set that. Where is the ice, anti-ice? Sure. I mean, you know, could be cold. Why not for the hell of it? Okay, so we're clear to taxi, so let's get going. Can probably drive this from the outside. Why there's houses in the middle of this taxiway, I never know. Oh, 1 second. I was wondering why my throttle wasn't working. I just need to get one plug-in started. Okay, yep. Here we go. Just don't want to clip the wing on those houses. Why are the houses there? Clearly something wrong. It is now 20 minutes to 6 in the morning. And London Gatwick. Hey James. Hey Philip, how you doing? On this murky British morning. It's a little bit foggy. This is all live weather data from built into the game here, and we are taxiing to the takeoff point. Very foggy. I'm not even sure you'll be able to see that much over the city today as we take off. Where are we going? Are we taking this turn? Let's take this turn. And then we turn left. And I think we just go straight. It's really hard to tell actually which way the taxiways go here. I'm probably ploughing through some part I'm not really supposed to be on, but okay, this looks like it's actually where the taxiway is supposed to be. Follow the green lines. Runway is, you see the pink line in the GPS map, that's the runway we're taking off from. And this is like a super early morning flight if you've ever had a flight that it's like the 6 a.m. one. Okay. We need to turn left. Oopsie. Not quite that one. Actually, we missed the turn. Haha. That's the left we wanted. It's okay. Oh look, someone else is flying near me. There's a player, a couple of players in that direction. So we're just going to wind our way down the green lights to the end and line ourselves up for this runway here. Or something like that. Okay, one more right turn here. And come on. Just making around here. There's the runway to our left. And then the hold point is just to our left. Right there. There should be yellow lines there, but maybe they'll fix that in the future. Let's tune in the tower. Request takeoff clearance.
Gatwick Tower EJU 112 ready for IFR departure runway 26 left. EJU 112 cleared for takeoff runway 26 left.
So we're cleared for takeoff. I'm going to turn on the strobe. Turn on these landing lights. Whoop. Ah.
EJU 112 please acknowledge. Cleared for takeoff runway 26 left EJU 112.
Basically turn on all our lights. Okay. So we've got like, we're lit up like a Christmas tree now. And let's go ahead and line up. Let's get going. Alright, coming around. Oops, slow down. Gonna jump back in here before we get completely misaligned. Okay, seems lined up. And should be ready to set the throttle to take off. I think it's that one. Oh, just get. It sometimes get difficult to get to that click. Okay, 120. 130. Oops. Oop. Whoops. Rotate. Gear up. That was a bit.
EJU 112 contact London Center on 118.475.
Okay, hold on. I don't know why it's complaining about that. Setting the throttle to climb.
EJU 112 acknowledge last transmission.
Oof, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Going to 118.475 EJU 112.
Yes, yes. Now is the throttle set correctly to climb mode? Slightly off. Click. Okay. As long as it says in the display here throttle climb, we should be good. So, oh, well, we are literally like a Christmas tree. We're flying through a pretty dense fog, so the lights are going crazy. We're just 4,000 feet over south of London. And I'll show you where we are on the map currently. So we've just taken off from the airport and we're just joining onto our reprogrammed flight path there. It's like super foggy. And you can see on the flight display here, there's our path, and we are the green path we want to follow, and we are nicely on it now, on the climb portion of our flight. So we're just going to tune London Center.
London Center EJU 112 tree is at 4,100 feet, climbing 8,000 feet. EJU 112 tree London Center, continue to det 29 as planned. Altimeter tree 0.00.
Okay. So we'll set the altitude to 8,000 feet. Get that. No, we appear good. All is good so far. And then we can bring the flaps in, which is probably a little bit late, but okay. That is clean. Auto brakes off. Landing gears up. Locked. Ooh. Engine selector motion back to normal. -1 point. See, ooh, okay, so we've broken through the cloud. You saw how dark it was down there. We are now, we've just gone out of the cloud over Gatwick. You know, that's why it's another dreary London morning. And we're on our way south of London, heading east. Okay, so climb to 12,000 feet.
EJU 112 tree, acknowledge last transmission.
Yes.
Climb and maintain 12,000 feet, EJU 112 tree.
Okay, setting 12,000 feet. That's set.
112 tree traffic is 1 o'clock, 4 miles at 10,300 feet generic. Report them in sight. Speedbird 64 contact Heathrow approach on 120.4. London Center EJU 112 tree requesting vector to next waypoint.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do actually.
Continue to Acorn turning and following heading 080, proceed on course. Continue to Acorn turning and following heading 080, proceed on course EJU 112 tree.
Traffic is in sight.
112 tree traffic in sight.
So here we are climbing up to 12,000 feet. We're climbing out of the clouds. London, the city of London is somewhere under those clouds, so I don't really have anything to show you there. And then we make another gentle left turn over here to continue our course. Now we're heading almost directly north, up from the south of England to towards Scotland. Okay, we've passed 10,000 feet. Can probably turn out, extinguish some of these landing lights and things. 10,000 feet is also the transition altitude for this, so I'll set this to standard now. Okay, that is done. and it's 10,000 feet for Britain, I think, and most of Europe. Right, turn these landing lights off. And turn off that. Turn off the nose light. I think everything else is good. We could probably turn off the wing light if we want. Yeah, usually you would, right? The engine. I've seen the engine lights left on, but I like them. We'll leave them on for this flight. So we've got the sun rising over there. Gonna be a awesome sunrise. There's a few planes down there. Looks like there's a couple of planes and traffic in the flying down there in the clouds. Sorry, Linksy. This does not have any crash physics, so you'd be very, very disappointed. Hello, any new viewers right now. Wow, 40. I don't think I've ever had 48 flat viewers on one of these lives, but we are doing a proper flight, so maybe these proper flights get a bit more views than random flying around villages in the Icon A5. So we just crossed the River Thames, pretty much passing London right now, and London City Airport, way down there under those clouds. I wish it was a clear day so you could see, but unfortunately not today. Let's see, I think I prefer this side because the sun's about to come up over there. Now, we should get cleared to go up to our final cruise altitude, 29,000 feet. Hopefully. In relative terms, it should be a quickish flight. It's kind of like going from LA to San Francisco. By the time we get to cruise altitude, it's almost time to start descending. Let's see. I'm gonna remove my bug here so it's not blocking the. How about if I just hide it? I'll hide it. Don't really need that. Okay. See, it's like going past, like, what's that, Anglia and the south of England here, and we're gonna head all the way up to the north of England. Try and name any cities if we see them. The cloud breaks up. It is now, let's see, on my clock it's now 6 AM British summertime. Is it still British summertime? I don't know if the clocks have gone back yet, but only 6 a.m. We are going to Scotland. Actually, when we get to Scotland, when we get to Glasgow, we'll park this, we'll go to the gate, shut it down, do the whole thing correctly, at least I'll try, and we can then we can go into our little plane, either Icon or Cessna, and maybe fly around. I don't know. I think you can get to Loch Ness pretty quickly from Glasgow, or any of the Scottish Highlands. That could be fun. Depends how late the stream goes. There's a lot of golf courses up there too. Let's see. Should I leave this map up here, just so you know roughly where we are? That's our destination all the way up there. There's Glasgow. Edinburgh's just to the east of it. This is north of England over here, and the Lake District. I don't think we'll be seeing any of Wales over here. You won't be catching any Lucky Charms today. That's totally different island. Yes, V. Loch Ness, as in Loch Ness Monster. Funny, no, they're still on. So I'm just gonna quickly look up. I'm gonna try and keep a map going so I can tell what cities we're flying over. I don't know if you can see any distilleries on the map up there. That's also something that people would go to check out. Yeah, so we're pretty much almost like outside of London now, and heading past we've already passed Cambridge. Cities in the middle out. It starts to says the clouds are breaking up a little bit now, so we can see some terrain down there. Some city lights as it transitions from night to day. How do I disengage this toggle? Mouse toggle. There we go. Very weird. The middle mouse button is what you click in order to pan the view over, but it also gets stuck. Leaving behind us these here south of England. Not sure how much of the country has dense cloud cover right now. Kinda looks like it might clear up ahead. It is very dense from where we just came. Okay, view. Okay, let me see. I might slowly take the color correction off your view because it'll slowly get too bright as the sun comes up. This Easyjet livery is also part of the Mega Pack that was released this week. I think it's Mega Pack version 7, maybe version 8 by now, I'm not sure. You can find it on the Microsoft Flight Simulator forums. It's being it's, I think, all kinds of people are contributing paint schemes to it, but it's being maintained by a user called Clink123. Angel X question: is this game CPU or GPU based? It uses both. It maxes out my my RTX 2080 Ti, I think. I'm getting about 30 frames per second, maybe, with all the clouds and everything. A lot of stuff set to ultra. This is the performance right now. So yeah, I'm getting 30 frames per second, and it's telling me that I'm limited by my CPU currently. But I think in some cities where there's really dense buildings, especially Manhattan, the GPU actually becomes maxed out. The color, yeah, the sky colors are very nice, indeed. I'm not sure why I'm gonna have to step climb. I think the ATC's kind of doesn't tend to actively give us an altitude to get up to. Very weird. Oops. That's weird. Let's go up.
London Center EJU 112 Request flight level 220. EJU 112 climb and maintain flight level 220.
Acknowledge that.
Climb and maintain flight level 220 EJU 112.
So 220, right? Set up to 22,000 feet. Bing. Select that. Okay, plane should start climbing. Everything's still kosher, good. Oh, hey Philip, what do you mean 24? At 10 o'clock we usually switch the radio so that it's combined. It's like the ATC has both north and south runways. Usually. I think that's what's happening, unless you're missing traffic. I noticed that the when you enter into a climb, the autopilot tends to climb at a really vicious pace. Like it right now is doing, it says it's doing almost 5,000 feet per minute, which is doesn't sound right. Oops. well. Sorry for the close-up. Beautiful morning. Time is 6 a.m. Beautiful skies though. Kind of racing up to 22,000 feet at the moment.
KLM 1420, you are 5,800 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet altimeter 29.902. EJU 112 contact
Oh, that's
Manchester
me.
Center on 118.775.
Might move that there. Maybe over there. No.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet KLM 1420.
ATC wanted me to hand off.
118.775 for EJU 112.
Contacting Manchester Centre. Contact Manchester Centre.
Manchester Center EJU 112 flight level 220. EJU 112 Manchester Center, continue to reroll as planned.
Okay, so we can probably use another altitude increase. We're at 22, so we want some 7,000 feet, I think, right? To our
Manchester Center
final
EJU
cruise.
112. Request flight level 290. EJU 112 climb and maintain flight level 290. Climb
Acknowledged.
and maintain flight level 290 EJU 112.
We're at 29,000 and entered. So we continue our climb. Let's see what it does. Does it go for like 5,000 feet? Here we go.
Easy 1857, you are 15,600 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
This looks really good, I have to admit. Oh, the sun's coming up.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, easy 1857. KLM 1070, descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, KLM 1070.
Alright. So we're kind of just in the high altitude cruise now over England. Just double check the map. We are, I'd say, over the Midlands. So I think we're literally flying over Manchester soon. Coming up towards Manchester. EGCC, I think, is in Manchester. Below us, let's just double check what's below us.
57 contact London Center on 118.475.
Not much to see down there, really. I think we're better off with the sunrise.
475 for easy 1857. KLM
Engines rolling back, we've kind of reached our cruise altitude. So we're officially at cruise now. You may use your electronic devices, and we have Wi-Fi available for $10 per megabyte. £10 per megabyte. How about that? We also have a choice of beverages and snacks for purchase. But otherwise, good morning. The time is now 6:17. Hey Flamer, how you doing? Manchester City. I mean, I wouldn't say Manchester United just because that's what everyone would say. Okay. Let's double check where we are. We are moving pretty quickly over country, so before you know it, we'll actually have to begin the descent portion. I think we should probably begin descending at maybe Aslib. Again, this plane descends very quickly in this sim. Yes. The border to Scotland is really kind of up here, I think. Yes, I think it's straight across there. Where this waterway comes in marks. That's where it cuts across the country to divide England and Scotland.
American 220, you are 20,000 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Gen X253 climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Gen X253. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. American 220.
Hey Rock 99, Rock. Did you know the real Rock got COVID? Just recovered from COVID. Alright. So, early morning sunrise on a very early flight to Scotland. First ones out of the airport, there was no problem, and I'm sure getting up early was easy for everyone. Leaving London behind, way back there in the clouds. We're gonna have a good day in Glasgow. Is that ATC for me? I can't tell. Nope. Somebody else.
Descend and maintain 10,000
Total flight time is, I think, 90 minutes, and we're about halfway there. So I think there's about, should be landing in about 40 minutes. On this rather beautiful sunrise. A couple of planes you can see in the distance, kind of lower altitude. This is one of their newer liveries, because I remember Easyjet having all orange planes. Seems to be going as planned, but I'm not going to count on anything not going wrong later. We've just passed Manchester Airport. You can see it from here, but can't tell. I think it's down here, and this cloud.
GenX 253, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet altimeter 290.901. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet GenX 253.
Here you are on the sunny side of the plane. We should be able to get you to Glasgow by 7 o'clock, I reckon. Fuel is at 39%, which should be fine. I think we've only used less than 10% to get this far so far. Yeah, the ATC built into the game is very picky about altitudes and complains about everything, including real world traffic. Yes, these engines, it's the same model, so these engines had that weird bump. See, they should be round on both sides, but on the left side of the engines they have this weird bump. And I don't know if that's to do with this plane that comes with textures, or it's actually broken in the default plane. You can see it here, there's an odd bump shape to this engine rather than being a smooth curve from front to back. We just jump back into the cockpit. Everything seems to be just hunky-dory. Not much to worry about yet. We don't really need to be in here until we begin the descent portion of the flight. And I think we'll begin that when the ATC contacts us. Yes, the altitude was set right on the dash there, so right there I've set the cruise altitude of 29,000 the way we're using that. I'm not letting the computer drive the altitude. I'm just going by manually setting it depending on what the in-game ATC tells me to. The sun is hitting those clouds really nicely back there. And I can hear, it's weird, I can hear just the wind sounds. I think so far my smoothest A320 flight. Like I said, I think just doing, I did a quick private practice round of this last night, just so I didn't embarrass myself today. And on that one, on that flight, it was not quite. Yeah, I had to do some rough patches. I think forgot to arm the spoilers on landing and a few other things, but I got down in one piece.
Easy 800 descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
That was for company.
Descend and maintain 10,000
Who's Matt Guy 121? He's flying. Oh, he's coming in for a landing. Or not. He's at 4,000 feet. He was descending, now he's climbing in his 747-8. He's climbing like a beast now. No, he's descending. Descending. Now he's holding. Feels like he's manually flying that. Oh, now he's going into a dive. No, he's pulled it up, leveled off again. Hey Clayton, how you doing? And hi viewers on Twitch. Welcome to our flight. We are about, if you're just joining this flight midway, we are halfway there. Really, we're kind of over northern England. We've probably crossed the halfway point. We're closing in on the border between England and Scotland, at which point we should probably begin a descent from 29,000 feet shortly. I think in the next 5 minutes we'll probably need to start winding down some altitude. Just waiting for ATC to give us instruction. Fingers crossed they do. Not entirely sure whether to trust the built-in ATC yet. Hey Madsen, good morning. Good morning to everyone in Norway. It must be morning there, because if this flight, we're simming this live in theory, so if flight time, the time in the sim is 6:30 AM. Just after sunrise now in the UK. So I think in Norway it should be, what, an hour ahead of that? It's going to be 7:30 for you? Alright, so we're approaching some recognizable landmarks. That's the Solway coast. And yeah, so if you drew a line like down this body of water east, that would be kind of where the invisible border between England and Scotland is in the UK.
Ryanair 6266, you are 20,000 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain
Here we
10,000
have,
feet.
over to our left, I think we have the Lake District. and very popular vacation and tourist spot for kind of hikes and views. Extremely pretty place. Oh, we haven't been inside the cockpit for a while, but we will soon. Okay, so we got our first. We need to acknowledge that first. Descending to flight level 220. Selected. Okay, so we've begun the descent. No. Theory. Engine throttles rolling back. Come on, begin the descent. Now, this plane likes to descend like a rock. And that is just the way I think they've programmed this autopilot. Because I don't think I've ever been in a plane where they descend over 4,000 feet per minute. 4,500 almost. It kind of then evens out a little bit. Let's see if you watch these numbers in the bottom here. Minus 3,000. I mean, 2,500 or 2,200 seems a little bit more reasonable. It seems to have slowed down a little bit now, but yeah, it's kind of Fabio. The descent rate is a little crazy. Seems it's higher than I would have put in at 2,800 feet per minute, but it's not. It's not scary fast. Check the ATC. No, we're still good. I think we can trust the ATC to guide us in. So, just zooming on the map here, we're at ASLib. And we check on our map here. We're about to hit ASLib, NP, and then Odiggy. Those three waypoints there, and they match up with current flight plan or programmed route. Otherwise, everything else is there's not too much to see in here. If auto throttle on, autopilot 1 is basically commanding. Everything else is set. Looks like we hit a desired altitude, so the throttle's kicking back in. Okay, we reached the Solway coast. And what is this estuary called? I feel...
Manchester Center KLM 1470 is at flight level 345, descending 10,000 feet. KLM 1470
the river-esque.
Manchester Center, continue as planned. EJU 112 descend and
Oh, that's me.
14,000 feet.
Acknowledge. 14,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 14,000 feet, EJU 112.
That's, okay.
EJU 112 contact Scottish Center on 119.87.
That is set. And then contact Scottish, acknowledge handoff. Switch frequencies. And contact Scottish Tower.
112 is at flight level 220, descending 14,000 feet. EJU 112 Scottish Center, continue to NB as planned. Easy 501, contact Manchester Center on 118.775.
Okay, we'll continue to the next waypoint planned, which is NAP.
118.775 for Easy 501.
Well, there's a flight passing below us or something. I don't see it. Nope, still don't see it. Where is it? Could be above us. I'm not gonna look too hard. Sun is awesome. These clouds. I think after you fly with Flight Simulator, it's hard to go back. I know the payware planes from PMDG are still better than what you can get, but it's really, really hard to load up the old Flight Simulator prepared right now. Even like prepared 5. Sorry guys. I mean, if PMDG is just a little not too far away from releasing their plane, I mean, hands down. Hard to say you're gonna open it again. Okay, so we're passing through, descending through 16,000 feet or 14,000. What's ahead of us? Not a whole lot. I think it's going to be cloudy in Glasgow for some reason. Typical British morning. We're looking at 20 to 7. Most people are just getting up. Starting their morning commutes. We have a player flying Boeing 747-8 way off in the distance, 40,000 feet. We're getting pretty close now, actually. It might be less than 10 minutes. Maybe 50, maybe 20 minutes. No further instructions from air traffic control yet.
Ryanair 6656, contact Manchester Centre on 118.775.
Mike, I think it's about between 10 to 15 minutes we'll be on the ground.
118.775 for Ryanair 6656.
It's almost time to make sure you use the bathrooms and turn off your electronic devices. Oh, that's us. Okay, descending to 6,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet EJU 112 tree.
Here we go. Dropping to 6,000. It's done, selected. Approaching Vapi and Lanark. Lanark will be the last waypoint before essentially entering the Glasgow pattern. We'll probably be heading below the clouds and then it's going to get gloomy again. So take a good look at that sun as we descend down into the murk. 12,000 feet. Transition altitude is 10,000, so we'll be ready to switch the barometer. ATC has not given us the altimeter setting actually. Okay, we're kind of getting down into the clouds now. Let's see. 10,000 feet. Oops. Oh, it's really hard to hit this exact spot. Oh man. Why is it so tricky? Okay. Okay, that's it. Still continue to descend. We're at 9,000 feet. It paused for a moment. 10,000 feet. We should probably turn on landing lights. Pardon me. Okay. I think we're good. That's all we need to do right now. We're now passing through the clouds. We see the landing lights are just on the underside of the wing there. Ooh, that's nice. The sun's behind that cloud. Kind of gets all diffused. That's pretty. Easyjet, welcome. Sweet, sweet sunrise this morning. Alright, we just passed through 8,000 feet for 6,000. Descending about 1,800 feet per minute, which seems reasonable. Making a very slight left turn. And we will be heading almost directly for Glasgow Airport. When we get to Glasgow Airport, we will essentially do a big racetrack around clockwise around the airport to line up for runway 23, doing an ILS approach. And for the sake of being able to watch the landing from outside the plane, we're going to AUTOLAND this one. Yes, it is time to hold on to your seats, but have a little faith. We have a motorway below us. I think we are following, essentially this was the A76M, if I remember correctly. A74M. Okay, we're switching to Glasgow approach on the radio quickly. Contact Glasgow approach.
EJU 1123, 6,000 feet.
EJU 1123 Glasgow approach. Continue to Loch as planned.
Okay, 2979 on the altimeter. 129.79. Sorry, 29.79. 29.79. Come on. 29.79.
EJU 1123, you are 20 miles southeast. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect 4 DME runway 23 approach via Golf Oscar Whiskey transition. Cleared to Golf Oscar Whiskey.
Okay, cleared to Golf Whiskey. Yes. Acknowledge assigned
Maintain
approach.
present heading and altitude. Expect 4 DME runway 23 approach via Golf Oscar Whiskey transition. Cleared to Golf Oscar Whiskey EJU 1123.
Okay, that is done. So according to the map, if we watch what's happening here, we are going to approach the airport. This is the airport. We're going to approach it and then go up, do a circuit up and around, and then line ourselves up for this runway here. When we get around this part of the pattern, we will turn on the localizer and capture the glide slope and do an auto land coming in there. So that's, I think, a pretty standard approach pattern for this airport. That Glasgow over here, that's Edinburgh over there. Okay, so altimeter's set. We've already got all the lights on, 6,000 feet. I think we just wait for the next instructions. Should probably descend to about 3,000 feet I think by D37M we want to be descending to 3,000 feet for the final approach. Now, when we tried this the other day, I think in the landing into Warsaw, it crashed. I mean, sorry, the simulator quit. Hopefully it does not happen this time. This does have the latest patch applied and is the latest version, so we're starting to see little houses and things down there and close enough to the ground, so we're still holding at 6,000 feet. Hopefully we'll see the airport coming up in a bit. Welcome back, Mike. Brian R9144. He's kind of like just buzzing around 3,000 feet. This Grand Caravan, I think. Looks like, oh, the height is jumping around. I don't know if that's just Flight Simulator's data being laggy. Okay. Alright. So as you can see from the map here, we are hitting a deceleration point. We should probably bleed some speed off with the speed brake. But the plane actually does a pretty good job on its own of controlling that speed. It's already rolled the throttle back and pitched up a little bit. Dropping a bit of speed already. We will actually go to flaps 1 shortly, I think. Maybe 1A. Oh, that's us. Okay, so descend to 3,000 feet. Acknowledge that. It's on schedule, it seems. Set to 3,000. Come on. Oh, why isn't the cursor changing? Come on. Why isn't... see, why isn't the cursor changing? It's stuck in this... Oh, come on. This is where it goes horribly wrong, isn't it? Okay. Oof. So the icon on the mouse pointer is broken. It's just stuck in this sideways arrow. Oh, so many bugs in this. So many bugs.
112 did you hear my last transmission?
Let's reply. So dropping to 3,000
Descend
feet.
and maintain 2,900 feet EJU 112 tree.
I don't know how. It's not sending it. Oh shoot. Oh, that was a mistake. Man, it's too easy to hit this stuff by accident. This thing is not sending to 100s. Oh, it's broken. This ring is supposed to switch from letting you... This dial work... Oh, there we go. Ugh. Terrifying. Where are we? We're halfway up this, this pattern now. Phew, okay, let's set back to that. It's not the mouse that's broken, it's not the mouse that's broken. It just has a mind of its own, like...
EJU 112 you are 7 miles north of Glasgow.
Okay.
Contact Glasgow Tower on 118.805 when inbound on the approach.
Tower
Clearance.
118.805 EJU 112 tree.
Tuning the tower, contacting
Glasgow
the tower.
EJU 112 tree 8 miles northeast inbound 4DME runway 23 approach.
EJU 112 Glasgow Tower. Cleared 4DME runway 23 approach. Altimeter 29.78 wind 257 at 29.
Okay.
4DME runway 23 approach EJU 112 tree.
Cleared for the approach 2978. There is a 29... Wait, is there a 29 knot crosswind? I did not apply for that. Oh no. Like, the AUTOLAND is only rated for like 10 or 15 knots crosswind. Oh no, this is good. This is an unexpected... Flaps 1. This is an unexpected twist. Like... Oh, look at... Hold on. Oh no, look at that wind. What, 14 knots? No wonder the plane is like wobbling around. This is not good, guys. This is unexpected complication to the whole thing. Radio altimeter says 2,200 feet. I think we should pop the gear down shortly. Let's set the speed brake. Make sure that's set because I forgot last time. Speed brake. Okay, I think the speed brake is armed. Yes. I think that's what the white collar means. Okay. We're into the final turn here, and so we wanna... Oh, crumbs. It's all... Turn on localizer, capture localizer captured. Let's approach. The glide slope is alive. Come on. Just waiting for this. Come on. Light step to be captured. Come on. I'm gonna put the gear down. Go to flaps 2. Are you getting nervous yet? Because you should be. In a 30-mile-an-hour crosswind. Glide slope captured. Okay. We, in theory... do I have to turn on both autopilots? No. It doesn't. I thought you had to turn on both autopilots, but... guess not. So glide slope captured. AUTOLAND is all set up. I just need to control the flaps all the way to the end. Parking brake set to max. Oh, medium. What am I forgetting? I think that's it. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we are going to just fly the rest of the flight from the outside so you can see what's going on. There's the runway just ahead of us. The plane is in control of everything else. So we can see whatever angles you want. We're not flaps all the way fully configured on the flaps yet. One more. Flaps 3. And we'll go flaps 4. So now flaps are now fully configured and we are on final approach. Gear is down, locked, flaps down, speed brake is armed. Oh, okay, answer him. We are clear to land. Get rid of the window so we won't contact in until we're on the ground. And we can probably get rid of the map for you. Let's see. I want to see runway there. I know we want to see the thrust reversers go into operation, right? So maybe we'll do this view. Okay. And we'll leave it. I'll spin it around as we approach. So 800 feet. I don't. That's the altimeter. I don't have the radio altimeter setting. So we're on slope. The crosswind doesn't seem to be bothering it too much, but oof, man, I hope it. I hope the computer can cope with the crosswind. Because I'm not in charge. 500 feet. We could end up in the river. A strong gust. It's perfectly on the glide slope though. It's probably crabbing just slightly. 300. Let's get this 300 feet. Okay. So I'm going to throttle it back and operate the reversers shortly. Okay. 100.
60, 50, 40,
I'm gonna
20.
throttle idle. and steer with my feet. Oh. Whoops. It's just like I have a little too many things to do there. But I can. And okay, right, and exit. Just exit the runway. Sorry, because we're looking at it from outside the plane, like the steering left and right is a little bit more difficult. Let's go back inside so I can see what I'm doing. So we are exiting here. We'll turn the APU on real quick. Bing, bing. Okay, APU starting up.
EJU 112 contact ground on 121.705. Chenex 173 cleared for takeoff runway 23.
And then we'll hold at this hold line and contact ground.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23.
Cleaning up the flaps right now. Oh, contact ground.
121.705 EJU 112.
Okay, so tuning. Contact ground. Request taxi to gates.
Glasgow ground EJU 112 request taxi to the gate.
EJU 112 taxi to gate 2 via taxiway Golf.
Taxiing to gate 2 via taxiway Golf EJU 112.
By Golf. That's Foxtrot. Oh, that doesn't help. Let's see. Thanks, Angel Lawrence. Cheers. Gate 2. I don't know. Oh, Golf is that way. Okay, I need to go left. Okay, I just saw that. We're going to gate number 2. Not that it really matters. I could go to any of them, but let's try and do this 100%. Is that here? Well, none of them actually have numbers, so... Thank you, V. I think you have to thank the plane for that landing, because it was 100 times better than I could do. I think we're gonna park here. This, okay. Here's our gate. It's not the best parking job ever. A little bit further. Oops. Okay, so parking brake on. and engine cutoff. And then we should hear that weird barking dog noise with the hydraulics shortly. We are running on the APU now, and we'll request a jetway. Ground services. Request jetway connection.
Glasgow ground EJU 112 could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
EJU 112 the jetway is going to be connected.
See, they always open the door before the jetway gets there.
IFR clearance. Easy 511 is cleared to Birmingham Airport as filed.
There we go. We are docked. People can get off. Let's get the baggage service going.
112 could you please send the baggage?
EJU 112 we don't know where the baggage is.
What do you mean we don't know? Well, I don't understand why it doesn't, like...
Glasgow ground EJU 112 could you please send the catering truck?
EJU 112 we can send your catering
I see. It doesn't really want to do either of those things when you are an arriving flight.
Easy 511 cleared to Birmingham Airport as filed.
I think it may be because I'm not in the correct position. I think I'm not parked correctly, so it doesn't know what to do. Anyway, that is basically the end of the flight. Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived in Glasgow. That's the alarm because the door's open. The time is now 7:08 AM in kind of cloudy. Well, actually, it's going to be a sunny day. So, if any of you are sticking around, I'm gonna switch over to a Cessna and maybe fly up a little bit over the Highlands. Let's see. From Glasgow.
Glasgow ground easy 511 with mic ready to taxi IFR.
Yes, we can like Glasgow to. There's a couple of places in very. That's not very far away. But we're not going to find Nessie, I don't think, today. There's Loch Lomond, that's right. Let me just Google where it is. There's Loch Ness. Oh, I see. Oof, Loch Ness is miles away. What's the second day? An hour's flight by on a Cessna. Alright. We're officially done with the Airbus today, so at this point, if Glasgow was your final destination, have a nice day. Those of you continuing on Information Zulu Flight 1, we will be taking off again in very shortly. I think we're just about to switch equipment here to a different plane. The DA-40. Oh, that is TBM. Okay. Right, I'm gonna hit the button. Okay. It's kind of rolling back there. Let me just get it back into position. Alright. So, we are in this plane now, a little single engine prop plane, and we will head north over just fly VFR over past Glasgow and head north from there. Yeah, let's fill her up today, I think, just in case. I mean, it will increase payload like that, just a little top up there. And oops, yikes. We want to take off going since all the planes seem to be landing really from the north, we should probably take off from it. So, or we could take off from runway 27, actually, taking off west on the short runway, because we don't need that super long one, especially a very short runway. Alright, let's contact ground again. Oh, does it not? See, the radio doesn't... Oh dear. How do I stop it? The ATC. I'm gonna have to mute this thing. Because I didn't restart the flight, like go back to the main menu and quit out, the ATC doesn't reset now, unless anyone knows how. Otherwise I'm going to be stuck with this ATC this ATIS chatter. Oh, it's going to drive me mad. It's already driving me mad now.
Glasgow Airport information, Mike 0600 Zulu. Line 256 at 28. Visibility, tree.
Grrr.
Few clouds at 900 feet, few clouds at 4,600 feet, few clouds at 11,600.
Maybe I can change it from the control panel.
2.10.
Where's the... Oh, look at this. I've never flown this plane. It looks quite fancy. Where's the radio panel? I'm gonna kill this guy if he doesn't shut up. Up here? No. PFT, nav source. Where's the radios? The comm. Okay. At least I see where they are now.
All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have, Mike. Glasgow Airport information, Mike 0600 Zulu.
Shut up.
255 at 28. Visibility, tree. Sky condition.
Is it touchscreen? Sorry guys.
Temperature 12. 2.10. Altimeter 29.79.
There's a problem with like learning as you go.
Landing and departing runway 23. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
Shh. I might just turn the volume down on the audio. 1 second. I don't want to annoy you. Oh, Navcom, there we go. Alright, here we go. Oh, found it. No. Oh. Oh, thank God. Okay. I mean, engine's already running, it's kind of already set up. We're not going to use autopilot today. Just gonna wing it. Haha. So let's go outside. We're gonna give it takeoff flaps set, and let's just taxi to the runway. Really, I mean, this is a joyride, so don't expect the same level of concentration I had for the. Oops. Okay, let's go. Oh dear. Since the radio didn't work, I couldn't really ask for ground services to help push me back or anything. Okay, actually it might be easy from the outside. Alright, we're gonna make a right turn here. Okay, and then we're gonna make our way up to runway 23. As like I said, ATC is not particularly cooperative now that I completed the other flight. The only option it's giving me is the weather channel. Where's this guy going? He's not going to wait for me, so I'm going to wait for him. That is a player. Log 470. We'll follow him. He's doing very well. I'm nowhere near the line. Oh, no, that's how you know it's a player. So the runway we're taking off from is just to our left. It's that left turn coming up. If you can just see the markings there. Very funny, Jeff. Hey there. I don't know which server I'm on. I mean, there's only one server, right? Every time you log on, it just shows you everyone in the game, I think. I don't think there's a specific server choice to be made. So we are going to line up to take off here. Like I said, no ATC clearance will be needed today because ATC is not working right now. All right, let's flaps are set, and we should get going, I think. Yeah, the rudder for this, man, it really pulls to one side. You gotta. Oh, I really need to fix my rudder pedals. They're way too sensitive. Let's try. Okay, almost ran out of runway there. Oh man, this thing, it's like a little race car. Okay, we're taking off over Glasgow now. Oh, there's the moon. Okay, so it's now 7:22 in the morning, and we are headed a slight left turn here. I'll take our flaps up. Gear up. Oops. And we should be heading to the Scottish Islands and Lochs. Oh, try and even this out. Oh no, I've over trimmed. Damn it. Okay. I think that's trimmed level now. Ooh. Scary. What's it doing? Why does it go nose up so much? I don't seem to be getting the hang of taking the trim. We're now above the clouds where we don't want to be because we can't see anything. Slowly head back down again. It's a very light aircraft. It seems to pick up like with a powerful engine. It seems to climb very readily. Alright, this is where we want to head. Trying to get below 3,000 feet so we can get below this base cloud level so we can see something here. Okay, there's Brian R. He's also doing a quick tour of Loch Lomond here. Loch Lomond is a nice quick drive from Glasgow. We can actually, in this plane, since it goes at 200 knots, we might actually make it to Loch Ness in a reasonable time. Might be like 10 minutes though. Okay, holding about 2,500 feet. Heading north. Up over the Scottish Highlands, so it's kind of a more hilly, mountainous region coming up. Try and fly along the water to avoid the hills. It is kind of windy today. Kind of getting buffeted around some. Beautiful. Just descend a little bit more, because we keep getting the clouds in the camera. Yeah, this will be, there's a road that goes around the edge of the lake. It's a very scenic drive. Hey Thomas. Yeah, this is the latest patch I applied. So now I'm using a couple of plugins to help me use controls that use SimConnect, and so the frame rates are not affected. So it's definitely working, and I think now we can, like, third-party development stuff can go ahead. There's a strong crosswind, which is why plane seems they'll skew to one side, even though it's flying straight. Yep, I think, you know, constant updates to expect. I think they're going to update this game way more often than they updated Prepared or anything else. Apparently there's some waterfalls coming up. Very small waterfall, actually. I wonder, I mean, they do RAF training exercises through some of these valleys. There is a touristy kind of waterfall feature on this river. Oh, oh dear, we're getting way too low there. Yeah, I think the wind is pretty strong. I mean, probably like 25 miles an hour. I wonder if we could land in one of these valleys. Oof, a little rough. As we continue northwards over these hills, approaching Loch Ness to the north, we're about halfway. So Loch Ness is here. So we've traveled, we're maybe halfway. So just another, how long has it been? Like 5 minutes? Not really that long. We'll be there in no time whatsoever. These hills are getting a little high though. Should probably climb a little bit more. Our ground speed is about 179 knots. I think. Ooh. $4,000 feet. Probably they're aiming too high. Ooh, hill coming out of the mist there. Need to climb to get over it. We are kind of bordering being too low, but it's dangerous with the fog, as you can imagine. Oh no. And it's like one of those bad plane movie accidents. The hill comes out of nowhere. No, this is the wind blowing me around. I'm barely touching the joystick or yoke. I'm holding very steady as I can. I mean, I am trying my best just to fly straight ahead, and we are crabbing. Getting close. I think we want to end up hitting here. So just that little stretch. That's our home stretch. We'll find out if Bing Maps Microsoft has detailed imagery for Loch Ness or not. And maybe we'll... I don't know if there's an airport there or anything. There aren't many oh, there is! At the other end. So what we'll do is fly straight down Loch Ness, all the way down there, and we'll land at EGPE, which I think... I don't know which... EGPE. Or what airport is that? I have to look it up. So we are heading straight north. That's us. Right there. So we should just head straight north and hit the end of Loch Ness. It's exactly where we want to be. Someone keep an eye out for hills. The airport at the end of Loch Ness is Inverness. We'll navigate that when we get closer. Thanks for the sub. Here we are, just crossing one of the smaller ones. Loch Ness is... the tip of Loch Ness begins there. I'd say it's like... gonna cover that distance in just a couple minutes. Airspeed is a little erratic, if that's what you are gonna type. Oh. Getting hit by gusts of wind. I'm otherwise not really touching the yoke. Hello, planes 2608. I am streaming today. We are flying from... we just flew from London, Gatwick to Glasgow, and then I just changed planes, and now we're flying from Glasgow to Loch Ness, landing at Inverness Airport. That's where we will end tonight's adventure. It's a weird little bald mountain, or hill. Yeah. We do need to climb to get over these hills, so make sure we get enough of a head start. Oh, I can't even really see the contours from here. There we go. Sit up on our seat, climb, climb, climb. Get a little bit more engine power. Get over this ridge. Still got to keep an eye on these hills, but probably flying down to Loch Ness. I think there's one more hill between us. Just hope I can tell how high it is. Okay, we should be coming up on it any minute now. I have to dive through these clouds, fortunately. All right. So we've just broken through some of the clouds there. There's a nice opening. We'll descend at this point. In towards Loch Ness. So that is the beginning of Loch Ness here, and the town there does it have a name? Fort Augustus. Okay, we're out of the clouds clearly, and then we'll do a sharp turn here. Looks like, I wonder if Microsoft has any Easter eggs here with Loch Ness. Will they surprise us with a secret monster? Like, if a head appears out of the water anywhere, I would be incredibly impressed. Everyone keep an eye out. Yeah, so Loch Ness is actually a very long lake here. It's a very long body of water. And the odds of a prehistoric, there's a little road that goes around the side. The odds of a prehistoric is actually a very deep body of water as well. And the odds of finding a plesiosaur or a prehistoric living fossil. No, could you imagine it hiding here for thousands of years? Trapped. So we are like already halfway down Loch Ness. And Inverness Airport is basically some distance beyond that. It's very blustery up here. The trim itself seems to be fighting. I'm fighting the wind. I don't know. Let's see if Google helps you. The lake is 23 miles long. Best known for its namesake mythical monster, Nessie, says Google. This town on this side, Inverness, I think. Oh no, you know what? That was the Loch Ness Centre exhibition, Urquhart Castle. We were further along than I thought. Now we're coming up to the end of Loch Ness. I kind of gained too much altitude. Okay, and then just off in front of us is Inverness Airport, I think. Oof. Don't know why the trim goes. Like runaway trim. The wind was actually pushing the trim amount up and down quite a bit. Is that Is that the airport? I think that's the airport. This way. Where is the airfield? Oh, you know what? It might not have an airfield because it's maybe just a waypoint. That would be weird. I don't see an airfield. The next nearest airfield is that pink dot there. Slightly further down the coast. Yeah, that was just the waypoint, no airfield. Oh no, there is actually. Did I miss it? Or is it so small that it doesn't even show up in the game? I don't know. We'll never know. We'll never know. This is airfield here. We're gonna aim for this. Lovely little airfield, Scottish Highlands. Let's jump inside the cockpit. Try and line this up. Again, usually quite high again. Trying to manage the altitude. Something quite quickly. Oof, so windy. So windy. Hey guys, this is not gonna be quite as nice as the airliner. We're too high, man. Should just go around. I can't attempt this. Let's do the right thing and go around. We'll fly runway heading, turn around. Let's just try and turn around and approach it from the other end. Trying to be good. In this direction, and then hopefully do a large turn. I am scared of descending because if you descend too quickly, you can't take that back. You don't descend quickly enough, you can always have a second go. Doop 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 doop. Okay. Where is the runway? I think I have the runway in sight now. Should be that, maybe? No? Oh, darn it. I'm turning the wrong way. Ah, there's the airport. Whoops. That's where we want to go. No, I haven't seen any aircraft carriers, no. I think we are going to go to this pond and cross past the pond and turn onto final. Time is now 8 a.m. in sunny Inverness. Oh, still kind of high. More. Man. It's way higher than I thought I was going to be. Oh no, we're going to go around again. can't force this down. If I force this down, I'm just dumb. But it's a long runway. No. Well, I'm almost there. I mean... That was, I would say that was acceptable. Tiny taxiway. Welcome to, don't know which airport this is actually. That's not Inverness. And it is... Oh, this is Inverness Airport. Yes, 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 yes. We made it to the actual destination we wanted to go. Lovely scenery on the ground. We've got like a row of conifer trees over there. Retract flaps. Tower. Oh, we can't actually tune in the radio now. Thanks, V. As soon as we park, that will be the end. It's a very long taxi to parking, though. Hey, cool, Robbie. How long is it stuck at the... because the blue line is the loading progress bar. How long is it stuck there for you? Forever? Finished. We should probably just go use this to cross over to the terminal buildings. Oops. And I've got a lot of like right rudder on this to keep this still a straight line. So it's like super, it's either super windy, I can't really tell. But maybe from the outside. Oh, you can tell from the windsock how windy it is. Yeah, for sure. This I'm applying almost full right rudder just to keep this in a straight line. Look at, if you look at the tail, you can see how much rudder I'm putting to keep plane from going off to the left. Okay. Went to general aviation parking here, so we should be able to find a spot any minute now. Not there. That landing, that pad over there seems nice. Yeah. I like that one. So, if you have all your belongings with you, we should be able to park up. Just remember to check your seats and seat back pockets. Oh, it's a nice livery. Parking brake on and change to idle. That note, let's see, can I do a full shut off in this? Thank you very much. Okay, engine. There we go. That concludes our flight today. Thank you for watching. As always, it is now just 10 past midnight LA time. In the sim, it is now 10 past 8 in the morning. Feel free to go about your day. I'll see you next time on the next flight. I'll try and plan ahead a little more. All right. Take care, everyone. Good night. Don't worry, Harry. The replay will be up.